to the Popish Plot. I'm Mike.
And I'm Nate.
And we'd like to welcome you to a prayer timeout.
That's right. It's time to take a little time out for a little prayer. So, earlier, back on Holy Thursday, we did an episode about the Perpetual Adoration Chapel and about spending time with Jesus and how fantastic it is. But some of you who are not as familiar with the practice might be asking yourself, so if I go, what do I do? Well, we have some ideas, we have some suggestions for you. Really, in fairness, as long as you're being respectful of the fact that you are in Jesus' presence, there's not a whole lot that you can't. I mean, you can do just about anything. I mean, you can come in here and do homework if you really wanted to.
As long as that homework honors the Lord, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, what you do with your time is up to you. Just remember, this is a sacred space, so you need to be respectful of the space that you're in and what it is that you're doing.
But we want you not to worry so much about what you should do. We're going to give you a few suggestions.
That's right.
We just want to urge you to be not afraid. Come to the Lord. Spend the time. He'll show you what you should do. And until you're sensitive enough to hear what he's telling you, here are a few suggestions.
So, things that you could do while spending time in adoration. Thing number one, pray.
Number two, pray. The rosary or some other formal prayer.
Number three, talk to Jesus. Listen to him.
Isn't that what we're supposed to do in prayer?
Yes, but the talking to Jesus can be less formal.
Sure. Read a religious book.
Read your Bible.
Listen to a religious podcast, video, or music. But respecting anyone else who may be in the Adoration Chapel, please use headphones.
You could write in a prayer journal.
You could simply sit and enjoy the silence, of which there is precious little in our busy society.
I do enjoy that disconnect, just getting away and just shutting everything out.
Mm-hmm.
You could spend time looking at Jesus and letting him look at you.
You could even take a nap. After all, when you're doing that, you're just more perfectly imitating the apostles, who couldn't stay awake in the Garden of Gethsemane.
You could also light a candle. Our Adoration Chapel has a nice little votive altar. Yours probably does as well.
We're Catholic. We got candles everywhere.
Exactly. Just remember, candles aren't free, so there's probably a collection box for them, and you should definitely contribute.
Because if you don't put money in the box, that means that the parish has to pay for those candles from somewhere else, which means you may be taking food out of the mouth of the poor. And you don't want to be that guy, do you?
So, those are just some of the things that you can do while you're spending time in the Adoration Chapel.
And just from personal experience, it's not as important what you do in the chapel as simply being in the chapel. It's made a tremendous difference in my life. I tell everyone I can that outside of Mass, my hour and a half of adoration is the best hour and a half of my entire week.
Oh, absolutely.
And
I look forward to it.
And I think if you give it a try, it'll be the best hour of your week. Again, outside of Mass as well.
So, once again, as we said on Holy Thursday, if you're not already spending time in adoration, you should find out where and when you can go about doing that, because this is something that everybody should be adding to their lives. If you are already doing it, good for you. Keep up the good work. make sure to share with other people just how fulfilling this time is for you, so that they understand and perhaps reconsider how important it could be for them.
You can comment below with some ideas for how you spend your time in adoration. I'm certain there are excellent spiritual practices that bear much fruit that we haven't even thought of.
Yeah. Because we're not the smartest guys. So go down below, hit the subscribe button, and make sure you ring that church bell so that way you're being notified when we have new episodes coming out. Give this episode a like, because once again, we got our special guest Jesus, and how can we top that? You got to give us a like for that.
I mean, we're not saying that if you don't like a video with Jesus, you're doing something wrong, but maybe.
We're not going to say you're necessarily doing something right. I mean, and until next time, remember, live your faith,
love your faith,
share that love.
Adoration.